Welcome to DVC Alumni, where every story inspires the next. The Alumni podcast where you get to hear the inspiring stories and transformation that DVC has had to offer its alumni. And now, on with the episode.
All right. And we are live here on DVC Alumni, where every story inspires the next. And we have a returning champion, we'll just call you, because you are.
Thank you.
Anya Gupta. So a couple of things. So yes, Anya's been on here quite a few times. This is your third time on.
Third time, I feel like a
third time's a charm. Well, actually, the other two were really good too. You did really well on those.
Thank you.
And since you started off, so let's kind of catch everybody up a little bit. I think you were on here in the fall. I should have looked that up, but sorry.
Honestly, I don't remember either. Don't worry.
Okay. Since then, we did the marketing club, which you're going to do that again?
Yes.
Okay. So how much fun was the marketing club?
So much fun. I don't have any other words to describe it. Just so much fun. Like, marketing club has been such an amazing experience. And Charlie here, who offered to be our advisor, is the reason why marketing club even exists right now. Oh. So thank you, Charlie.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I had a blast. I have to admit, I had a blast that I was really blown away by the number of really, really sharp people that are in the room. Because I don't know, I have this old man bias. It's like, those are kids. They're in back and back. And it's like, I'm sitting there going, oh my gosh, these guys are really, really sharp. So I want to apologize ahead of time, and I'll do it again. It's just like, sorry for having the old man bias.
No, literally no.
Yeah.
No, just no.
You guys did great. And I love the way that you guys ended off the last meeting of the session was you guys did that Jeopardy. That was a lot of fun.
That was honestly like maybe my favorite meeting of the whole semester.
Yeah, that was crazy. And even I got in on the action. So that was, but then again, some of the things they were asking about, I was the only one old enough to know the answer. So
it gave you an advantage. It's fine. It worked out well. So
a couple of things that since then have happened. So one of the things, and this is one of the reasons I want to talk to you, there's like 3 or 4 things, and I should have had a note here, but one of them, let's start with, is the pitch competition. Tell us, first of all, what the whole thing is to start with.
Okay, so the pitch competition was such an exciting experience that I did not plan on even participating in. So we know Professor Buckley, we know Professor Worsham, we know that they're such amazing people, and they were organizing this event. So I was in the BWL, is it called like the business center? I don't know. Yeah. I was there, and I was just sort of listening to what they were going to do and what this competition will be about. And then they had an info session that I attended. There was free pizza. So, I had to attend. I had to go.
So quick, tell us what is the pitch competition?
Okay. So the pitch competition was essentially a place where students from all of 4CD, like the whole district, could come in and submit ideas.
Whoa. The whole district? I thought it was just the school.
District-wide.
Okay. Sorry, folks. Again, old man not seeing the forest for the trees. Okay, so they all come in.
I didn't even know until later that it was district-wide.
Oh, okay.
So apparently it was district-wide. So people from all of the different colleges. I know there's like Los Medanos, this one, and then oh my God, I'm forgetting.
Contra Costa College.
Contra Costa College, right? Contra Costa, and then maybe another. I'm not sure, but I know those for sure. And then students from all of these got to submit different businesses and pitches. It had to be like, I think, 20 slides, and they got to think of creative ideas or kind of like what's there. And it was super exciting because I didn't know that I was going to participate at the time. That time, I didn't know that future me was about to work really hard on a pitch. So fast forward, I did. I created one, submitted the pitch, worked out pretty well, got selected as a finalist. So basically, like in this business pitch competition, you can submit a pitch, and then the top 10 are like the finalists. And then those top 10 get selected to do a presentation in front of the the panelists of judges. And those ones are like, oh my God, they're like some amazing people. Mayor of Clayton, Ray, I believe, investor in the area, manager at Sun Valley, I think, and one more person. So anyway, super amazing people. And it was an incredible experience, like to say the least. So yeah.
Well, and I love the fact that you weren't planning on it and you just kind of on a whim decided to enter. And drum roll, please, who won?
Me.
That's right. I was, I haven't seen the other pitches, but I was like kind of not surprised. But so tell us about what it is that you pitched.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so I pitched Wellness Pulse, which is basically like a community initiative, and it's like essentially a way to track how people are feeling and a place for people to be anonymous and honest. And basically, let's give an example. Like, let's say that you are a student in college and you want to say something to your professor or to the college, but you're afraid of repercussions of being honest. You're afraid that someone will be like, oh, this person said this, and for that reason, we're going to suspend. And it's like, I wish I could just be honest. And it's like, there's no safe space to do that right now. And with my sorry, I touched the mic. With my involvement with mental health right now, I also know how important it is to, focus on early intervention and be able to like fix problems before they escalate. So what this creates is a place where anyone can immediately tell their organization, managers, professors, employers, leaders, whatever. They can immediately say, like, this is what I don't like. This is how I feel. This is what maybe I do like, but I wouldn't be able to tell it straight to your face. And they'd be able to say it through this immediately, like in 30 seconds, through like the short form. And then leaders, managers, organizers, whatever you want to call it, business owners, they get to see that like, okay, this is how like people actually, what people actually think. This is what my customers like and don't like. This is what like students actually need help with. This is where we can actually invest time and effort and energy into, focusing on. So I think it's really incredible because we've done some pilots in the area, and I think it's been really amazing, and it's helped a lot of people with just like being able to be honest and like create transparency, I'd say. So it's been really amazing.
Right. And from that, you did get a stipend. You got a prize. Woo-hoo!
1,000, baby.
I know. We should have brought the big check. Or actually, no, they did have that, didn't they?
They did.
Okay. Yes, we'll have that. I'll have to find that picture.
They didn't want me to keep it though.
I know. Well, what are you going to do? They won't let you put it in the bank. But
yeah.
But from that, you've been able to launch this initiative. Actually, some other places, right?
Yes, I've been like working with people for it. Yeah.
Right.
I've been supporting it.
So we'll circle back around to that because some of the other things that we're going to talk about here in a minute will run right into that. So you're on about 28 different boards. I'm exaggerating only slightly.
34. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Didn't want to shortchange you. But to tell us about some of the boards you've gotten converted, because it's just recently have you gotten onto it. So
okay. So I'm going to start with the most recent like growth that we've made. So I'm on BART's security committee. BART is transit agency, Bay Area Rapid Transit. Everyone in the Bay Area knows what BART is. It's a lifesaver. They have like almost 200,000 weekly riders or daily riders, I think, actually. Yeah, daily, like 180K. So anyway, they're like crazy, huge, very big, very impactful to how we are able to get from one destination to another. And I'm on the security committee where I basically advocate for, improving rider safety and finding different places and gaps that we can improve. So I have been the mental health seat since like 2025, I think like early on. And it's been such a great experience. And I've been working like, collaborating closely with law enforcement, with crisis intervention specialists sometimes, and with the chair and like the other members of the committee. And it's been really nice. And then as of, I think like last week, I was elected as the vice chair.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
So that was a really exciting experience. Genuinely did not think I was going to get elected, but I'm passionate about, advocacy work for this. So I'm like excited because now I can advocate for both mental health and also take on a leadership role of being vice chair. So it gives me more, flexibility with like figuring out how do we want to guide where this committee goes. And I think it's just really exciting. So that's one of my involvements.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you got some other involvements. Let's talk about some of your other involvements.
Okay. Next would be Contra Costa County Behavioral Health Board. I have been the youth seat for like a while. It feels like ages, but not in like a boring way, but more in like this is so fun. It feels like a part of my life that will stay with me forever. Unfortunately, not all board, terms are like going to be they're all usually temporary, which sucks. But anyway, there are elections tomorrow, February 4th. for the chair and vice chair. And guess who was nominated for chair?
Really?
Yeah.
All right. You go, girl.
Thank you. So yeah, I was nominated for chair, and I'll be giving like a speech, and like I'll also be serving as acting chair tomorrow at the meeting. So yeah, taking on another leadership role that if I'm elected, I will serve to the best of my abilities, and hopefully when I transfer colleges, I stay in the area. So then, I can really fulfill my duties very well and continue advocating for early intervention specifically. I'm very passionate about preventive care because I've seen how important it is to be able to stop issues before they escalate, or even just identify them first so that we can figure out, how do we want to approach this. But then if you don't know about something until it's like way too late, then you're like, you can't really, you can intervene, but that's just reactive care, not preventive. So I want to advocate for that as potential chair of the Contra Costa County Behavioral Health Board. And yeah, that's like what I'm really, really, really passionate about.
Wow. Okay. And okay. So lost track of my thought there for a moment. So that's 2 boards. So what else you got going?
What else do I have going on, like with advocacy work?
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like I might not describe it like very well, but there's this thing called the RNMCAG. I know, I hate abbreviations, but it's the Regional Network Management Customer Advisory Group. And they are convened by the MTC, which is the Metropolitan Transit Commission. We know that one much better. And that's the one that Sue Nowak, the mayor of Pleasant Hill, she's chairing it right now. So in I did an interview with, Sue Nowak, the mayor of Pleasant Hill, told Charlie about that 10 times, annoyed him with it. And I talked with her about her role in the MTC and, how it's been so impactful and how she's really busy all the time because she's making insane, amazing changes and improvements in the Bay Area, and how, how riders even ride transit. And okay, that could have been worded so much better, but you get the point that I'm trying to make. And basically the MTC has different committees. So the RNMCAG is one that basically focuses on transit safety and also sort of what I'm specializing on at BART. So I applied to this a few months ago, not expecting anything, of course, because this is a full-time role, or not full-time, part-time role though. But it's you have to actually invest a lot of time. Usually advocacy work, it's you kind of just go per meeting, but this one has it requires a lot of work to do. So I just applied thinking who knows? And then guess what BART did? BART selected me out of every single applicant in BART as their nominee. And they personally messaged the MTC saying that we nominate Anya Gupta and we believe that she would be one of basically the best candidates that you guys could have. And then they selected me. They freaking selected me. So I'm a little bit in shock, but there's 6 meetings basically this year. I believe starting next month, or I think March until August or something. And in these meetings, I would get to go to San Francisco and we'd all talk about how we can improve. There's some different sections. There's wayfinding and mapping. There's I'm forgetting, but there's 7 different ones that I feel I just read today morning. And now, of course, on camera, I'm blanking out. But yeah, anyway, so that's something that I'm also involved in and super duper excited about. So.
Right. So do you have any other advocacy things that you're doing?
What else?
Well, I don't know.
Any other?
You tell me all the time, and it's I kind of lost track. But it sounds like I'm putting it on the spot. And you're kind of. I know you're going to do the marketing club again,
yes.
And then you're involved in ASDVC, and which reminds me, I got to talk to you after we're done here for just a minute. And you're involved with some other stuff here on campus. One of the things that I know you're currently doing, and it pains me to say this, is you're going to go away to college somewhere else. But talk about that process a little bit.
Okay. The college application process. Okay, so I applied to the UCs, as you know, last year. Thank God all of those applications are over. There was Berkeley Haas, which is Berkeley's business school, has UC Berkeley. their business school had like a supplemental application that was due January 31st. So I just finished that a few days ago. Of course, I had to wait till the last minute at night to submit. Just wanted to make sure everything's perfect.
That's the responsibility of all college students. You wait until the 11th hour because that's when you do your best work.
Exactly. It's like, you work well under pressure. And like they always say pressure is a privilege, right? So like I'm privileged to be able to procrastinate.
I have never heard that, but I like that. I'm going to steal it. So yes.
I saw this one picture a few weeks ago where it was like one guy in the middle standing on a stage, and then a lot of people around him taking pictures, like the press, probably for something political. And then in big words, it was like, pressure is a privilege. So I was like, you know what? That really puts things into perspective. It's like, wow, this guy, he's so lucky to be here. Like, so like with great power comes great responsibility. He probably has so much power. And like, it's probably such a privilege to be able to do that. So then I'm like, you know what? Same way, like when I procrastinate, I am under pressure, and that is a privilege.
Okay.
That is Anya Gupta's quote, guys. Please,
all right.
Please make sure to quote me if you use that.
We will award that one to you. We'll put it up on the bulletin
board. Thank you very much.
So you went through that, and then you decided that applying to the UCs was not enough.
It was enough. Hey, wait.
No, hold on. No, I'm going to narc you out a little bit. So UCs was not quite enough. And so where else did you apply?
I did betray the UCs partially.
Well, it's not betrayal. It's just, adding to your resume. So where else did you apply?
In case the UCs reject me, because they're crazy competitive also. Not that I want to manifest that. Yeah.
Well, like they're going to reject you. All right. So, but where else were you applying?
I'm also applying to University of Southern California, USC. Mm-hmm. They're a great college, and I want to stay in the US, California and US, I guess. But I'm also applying to Cal Poly, CSU, Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. They're really good. I got in as a freshman, but then I made, at that time, the tough decision to stay at DVC because, financially it helps, and also, I wasn't ready to go. And best decision I ever made. Did not know at the time. So anyway, that was pretty cool. And then also I just remembered another advocacy.
Oh, I do. Oh, okay.
I'll tell you that in a minute. And then also in other colleges, I'm applying to Amherst College. It's a really good college. University of Michigan, Ross School of Business, applying to that.
By the way, Professor Worsham is very excited about that.
She told me.
Yes.
I was so happy. A big reason why I'm even applying to University of Michigan is because when I took Professor Worsham's Introduction to Business class, which is the first class I ever took with her last spring, she told me that she is an alum from there. And that's when I did research in it a year ago, thanks to her. And I might have found out about it inevitably, eventually, but it was because of her. So thank you, Professor Worsham. I hope she sees this. So there's that. And then other colleges that I'm applying to, there's a list, but there's Cornell University, there's Columbia University, there's Barnard College, which is an all-women's liberal art college. It's affiliated with Columbia, so gotta apply to Columbia twice. And then there's other colleges. There's also, I think I might be applying to Duke, but that's a maybe. I'm really iffy on that because I know it's really competitive, and also I don't know if I'd go, and it's expensive, and I'm broke. So there's that one. And then there's also Emory University. There's I wish I just took a screenshot of all the colleges. Oh
no, that's fine. I remember you told me about the Columbia thing, and actually Professor Worsham was told me about the Michigan. So I was just going, because she was
I'm also applying to Claremont McKenna, which is in Los Angeles, and the CEO of John Muir went there, and I interviewed him. He was one of my first interviews, and he told me he went there. So I was like, this must be nice, So I looked into it. It has an insanely amazing business program. It might be liberal arts. I'm not sure, honestly. I don't want to. Don't take my word for that.
It is.
Okay, cool. Thank God.
A lot of schools down there are the kind of the smaller little pocket schools. Pomona and some of my youngest went and played. She went to Chapman, and
nice.
She went and got the chance to play against softball, and knows a lot of the girls that went down there to similar schools. So you have a piece of advocacy you forgot about, so go ahead.
Yes, okay. The ESP Task Force, the Educational Strategic Plan Task Force.
Oh, okay, that's much better because ESP means something different from old people like me, extrasensory perception. So I was going to go, please don't tell me you got on that.
Oh my God.
Okay, anyway, so yes.
Yeah, I'm never going to forget that now. I will always say it out loud. Educational Strategic Plan, not ESP.
Thank
That's
you.
something else. Good
Thank
to
you.
know. Got it.
Mhm.
So yeah, this task force, there's, I believe, 6 meetings. They started in November. And what we're doing is we're designing the strategic goals and DVC's mission from 2026 to 2031. So it's convened, the board or like committee, whatever it's called, task force, is convened by 4 student representatives, 4 faculty, 4 like, I think like leadership at DVC. And there's, I don't know, there's like, I think 5 different groups of 4 people.
Mhm.
And there's like Dr. Chahal, amazing, the like sweetest president ever. And like a lot of other amazing leaders. I think every leader at DVC is just so nice and just like everyone. But also like Vicky, the vice president, super, very, very kind. I love these people. I get to like talk with them at the meetings. So all of us work together at the meetings with Gensler, which are like the consultants at Gensler. There's like 3 ladies that are like super, super sweet. And we all get to like split up into groups. And I get to advocate for the students' perspective and what improvements I see can be made from the students' side. One really fun debate that we had, I think on like the 2nd or 3rd meeting, was like the implication of lifelong, like the word lifelong. Because for me, as like a student, the words like lifelong learner sound like, you know, you can learn for the rest of your life, and it sounds like a very positive thing. And then like as we talked with different perspectives, we figured out that a lot of people that are like maybe like older, not like also age-wise, maybe like they're just, I don't know, they have more experience or something, they see lifelong as like older people. And it's like it just has like different implications. Then some of them don't really like, some of them aren't as inclusive as the other implications. So anyway, it was like really interesting.
Really?
We had like this 10-minute debate, and it was like, it was fun. Like it was really funny. We were all laughing, but it was like professional at the same time. And it was just, I don't know, it was just such a good experience. So
So what did you guys settle on?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
That's what
I gotta go. Wait a minute. I look at lifelong learner as I mean, granted, I'm at a way different spot in my life than you are, but I look at that as like I'm always curious.
Yeah,
You know,
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and that's to me is like one of those things where the reality is we should do that anyways.
Yeah.
Become a lifelong learner.
I think, okay, that's what like everyone at the end kind of came to a consensus to. And that's definitely like what I shared my perspective. It's just that like some people like didn't like realize that perspective. And then I also like didn't realize that there's another way to imply it. And I was like, this is so cool. Like none of it was negative connotations, you know, like all of it was positive at the end of the day.
Mhm.
So it was just really nice, like being able to look at the different ways we all like see a specific, you know, phrase that could like literally shape how people outside see DVC. And it's like we all found a common ground, and being able to advocate for that is just super exciting, and love it. So yeah.
Okay, so what else do you got going on this fall?
KFN.
Oh, that's right. Okay, spring. Sorry.
Yeah.
KFN. Yes, we got KFN.
I didn't even question it. It still feels like it's fall.
I know. Yeah, it's like a kind of, I'm just getting going on stuff. So I know that coming up in March 19th, everybody, and we'll have links in this as well as everywhere else. We're starting to put that out. Will be the mixer that we're doing with everybody.
Super
we're going to do it with
excited.
the Alumni Association, with the students. We got the student classes that we're doing. We've got the Concord Chamber going. We've got the Pleasant Hill Chamber going. We got a bunch of people, and then also I've got a friend of mine's putting it out to a bunch of area industries, and so we got a lot of stuff. So we're hoping to have everybody here in DVC,
Excited.
in the bistro, which actually we should walk down here there when we're done with this, and you can take a look at it, and you'll go, oh my goodness. So that's one of the things we're doing. But KFN, again, for those that have not been keeping up, what's the latest with KFN?
So we are also collaborating on that same event.
Yeah.
We will be doing something that is going to be a surprise. They don't have to know that we're still planning it.
Oh, yeah. It's a surprise, folks.
For all of us.
Yeah, including us.
But basically, yeah. So, KFN, we are working on finding different ways to collaborate with local organizations to educate the youth and empower like young perspectives. We're back to like posting news videos. We stopped for a while because we focused on like podcasting and interviews. We did interviews with local leaders in the Bay Area, including CEO John Muir, mayors, like 4 or 5 different mayors. Super amazing. Oh my God, I just had a class with the mayor of Vallejo. and she's my economic justice professor. So super amazing. Interviewed her as well. It's going to be dropping soon, I think next week. So check that out. And then also we're also trying to do collaborations with different organizations locally, such as Kingmakers of Oakland. They're this amazing nonprofit. I think I told you a little bit about them. So we'll be hosting some event, something like a networking event probably.
Okay.
And just like finding ways to get involved locally and empower like young people to, be able to advocate for like I guess equality sounds so broad, but like there's a lot of specific things. I'm not going to get into that right now, but
I was going to say, I tend to think of it more like access.
Yes.
Because equality kind of has a lot of different, but it's like access. It's if everybody gets access.
Yes. When I say equality, I mean like a lot of people, like especially with my experience with advocacy work, a lot of people tend to think that, like, oh, I'm older, so I have more experience, and for that reason, like I see you as a younger person that's not as like credible. And it's like a lot of the times, like younger people, like in my experiences, a lot of the times, like people don't take me seriously because I'm younger. And it's like creating that equality between like no matter who you are, it doesn't matter. You should take everyone seriously. Like you should be able to also try and like your voice should be able to like make a change, basically.
Well, and to your point, and this is where I'm going to throw myself on my sword, it's like, again, with the marketing folks, with the marketing club, I was just like, oh, but it's just a bunch of kids. And instead it's like, I've got a lot of really brilliant students who are there and much sharper than I in a lot of stuff. And I'm just like, okay. So yes, all right.
But you're smart too, Charlie. Don't undersell yourself. He's really smart.
Well, it's again, it's like one of those things where, to be fair, that is a good point.
Yeah.
So let's kind of wrap this all around. So we've been at this for a little while. So one of the points that I wanted to make is you took my networking class like a year ago. It was almost a year ago. And up to that point, had you really gone out of your way to put yourself out there other than your KFN?
I have put myself out so much this year. I have pushed myself out of my comfort zone more than I ever have, like in my whole life. I feel like only 2 years ago, I had absolutely no path in life. I felt like I didn't have a purpose. I kind of just, had fun and enjoyed, which is great. But at the same time, like I knew that I wanted more, but I didn't know like what steps to take to get there. Little did I know, Charlie coming into Professor Worsham's networking class for some networking event or like session.
Networking workshop.
Yeah, networking workshop for like 30 minutes would literally change my life because of that, I pushed myself so much. I didn't even really realize it at the time because I enjoyed it so much and I still do, but I would like attend so many events in the area that Charlie would invite me to and like so many different things, and I would just like try and talk to people, try and like create connections, try and just like build a network with like different mentors and like students. And also I'd become more intentional with like the people that I surround myself with. Shout out to Sabrina. She is such an iconic girl. I love her. And she's like the kind of person that, I want to surround myself with. So like by being able to do that, I think it's really helped me like figure out that like in order to become the best version of myself and in order to be like actually like online to follow the things that I want to do and like make my ambition like actually, create an impact, it's so important to like surround yourself with the right people because they will literally like not just like uplift you in that sense. They will like, it literally feels like you become another person, like the more and more you like step out of your comfort zone. And at times it's so tiring, especially when you have like a freaking calculus 2 midterm last semester. Shout out to my professor. Walters, though I love her, but it's like it's tiring and it's hard, but at the same time it's like at the end of the day you're gonna smile when you like go to bed knowing that you did that and knowing that like you're like evolving literally. So like I sound so motivational right now. I'm not trying to.
But the thing that I wanted to point out is not about the workshop. What I wanted to point out is that you were willing to step out of your comfort zone. So and you were like put yourself out there, and it's just snowballed from there.
Yeah. 100%.
To a point where it's kind of like in some ways Have you seen Men in Black? I know.
Oh my God, I feel like I watched an episode at my friend's house once,
Okay.
but then it's on my playlist, watch list.
Okay. So Men in Black, there's a scene towards the beginning where Tommy Lee Jones is talking to Will Smith, and he says, it's like you're going to basically have no contact with anybody ever again. And Smith goes, is it worth it? And he goes, oh yeah, if you're strong enough. So, and that's the thing about doing like a lot of the stuff that you've done is like you've had to put yourself out there. It's hard. You're trying to do your calculus. Because I remember at one point you apologized to me because we couldn't get together because you were studying for, I don't know, and you were carrying some just bizarre load, which I think this year you're carrying what, 22?
Something like
24?
that. Something like that. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I'm not. I don't have to do it. My job is easy. Yours is hard. And then in addition to all these other things. But the thing is you're setting yourself up for success.
Yeah.
Oh,
also, like, if I can say one thing, like, on camera, it's like the biggest thing that has helped me is like to just not like think. Like, that sounds so like ironic because it's like, in order to actually like get somewhere to move and like go places, it's like you have to like think and like, be really intentional about what you do. But it's really like stop overthinking, and that's when you'll actually see growth. Because I like personally, until I started at DVC and got really involved, I was like a D1 overthinker. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. I would like think about every single thing, analyze, plan. Like, no, just do at that point. Like, kill all of the negative thoughts and just do it. And at that point, you're going to be like, wait, this is actually like really cool. Like, I don't know the exact quote, but it's like, even if like you're stupid, you can like beat someone like young Sheldon just by like, staying consistent and like chipping away at your task kind of.
Yeah. Well, it is. It's the can't remember his name now. Virgin Atlantic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just like, say yes, and then you'll figure it out as you go along.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, 100%. It's like super nice. And you're like the kind of people that I want to surround myself with because you're so positive. Like, I think every student at DVC should like, should be able to like just be more intentional about like who they surround themselves with, because building a network is so important. Thank you, Charlie, for like helping me realize that. It's changing.
Well, you're absolutely welcome. And I agree. Obviously that's why I do the workshops. But the thing is that is one of the things that I want folks to take away from this, the students and other people out there that are kind of like, is the people I've seen that were the most successful in the way I look at it. Shane. Oh my gosh, that's the last thing escapes me. He's in Miami right now doing stuff. And he goes out, he's like you, he's enthusiastic about networking with people. Mm-hmm. So he'll go out and he'll go to an event, and his goal is to meet 10 people and connect with them, and that means being very intentional about it. Mm-hmm. And you're like that too. So it's like, you're going to go out, you're going to, oh my God, come over here, give me your phone number. I'm going to call you. I'm going to shoot you an email. And I watch you do that all the time. I'm so excited. So before you leave, for the summer, we get to sit down one more time.
One more time, one final time. Maybe not final, but one more time.
Well, after finals.
After finals. I mean, maybe not like the very last time, like final, like.
Well,
like
that's just this year.
Yeah,
and you go off to school, and then at some point you'll come back. And
I'll eventually be back when I'm like, like 50 or something. Oh my God, that's crazy. I don't want to think of that.
That's a long time. That's a long ways away.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's true. So that's a long time.
I have had so much fun having you here and being involved with you. It's going to be a lot of fun with the mixer. It's
oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You all should come. It's like, if you've watched to this point, then like, thank you. And it's going to be like really, really fun. And it's going to be a great experience to like, grow and like just push yourself out of your comfort zone. So
yeah. Well, the other thing too that I like about it, and this is for the folks that are not really comfortable with being, doing stuff, networking or stuff like that, is, we're going to have people there that can help them get over the hump.
Yeah.
Because I know that's one of the biggest things is having that person to basically, take you, and it's like, hey, let me introduce you to somebody. And this is how, because it can be very intimidating if you've never done anything like this, or if you're not really good at it, or if you're really uncomfortable with it. I mean, I've been doing it for, I don't know, 40 probably longer than that, 40, 50 years probably. And I still sometimes, it's like, I'll go to an event and I'm just like, oh. So that's when I bring my wife with me, because she's like, oh my gosh, that'll be so much fun. She has a great time.
I bet your wife does not sound like that, first of all.
Oh, she kind of.
Well, tell her voice is beautiful.
Oh, yes. No, it is.
She knows.
But I bring her along because then I have some moral support to go with me.
Yeah.
And so, but it's like, again, to your point, it's just having that and getting used to it and doing it over and over again.
100%. Yeah. And also, like, at this event, we will have like so many opportunities for like students that, are afraid of like even kind of just like stepping out to just literally stand there and like not be awkward. Like, it's hard a lot of times, to just like be able to go somewhere where you don't have friends. And I like can totally relate to that. I've been to 13 schools, like I've mentioned a million times. And at every school, like I've had such a hard time, figuring out like who do I stand with? Because I was always like so embarrassed to just like stand on my own in a hallway. And it's like, I realized that it's okay if I'm not with like a group of 5 people backing me up all the time. Like, it's okay. And also, like, professionals and leaders, they're not as intimidating as I once thought. Like, it's crazy. They're like, it's almost like they're humans. It's almost like,
almost like they're humans.
Yeah.
Oh
It's almost like you can go up and talk to them and they won't stare at you and judge you. Like, unless like 1%, but I'm not trying to scare anyone.
Well, but you think about with Monica, the president of the college. It's like, President Shahal. It's like, she really is a sweetheart. And it's just, she was at our planning session on Friday and for the foundation. And we were sitting in a group, we were having a great chat, talking about moving, about this and that. And it's just like, I'm like going, but to your point, it's just like too often, I think we see people that are, oh my gosh, it's like they probably, go to sleep with shoes on and, and instead you find out they're just like regular people,
100%. Yeah. Dr. Shahal is so amazing. And she's a perfect example of like what a good person at its core is. Like, I feel like she is such a role model to me. I really look up to her, and I feel like she's just an inspiration of not just who I want to be when I'm older, but who I hope that like the whole generation becomes. Like, she's so humble, so kind. She like doesn't care that she's president, like she takes on all the responsibility and yet has all the humility to be able to like talk to anyone, remember names. I remember the first time I ever met Dr. Chahal, Charlie had told me that she remembered my name. And I was like, she's just the kindest person ever.
Yeah. Well, and the thing for me that tells me about leadership is like when somebody meets you once and later on they remember your name. And it's not about that I'm such an important person. It's that it was important enough to them to do that. I'm like, oh, okay, we can hang out. Because otherwise it's like, hey, you, snap, boy. You know?
100%. Yeah, there's only like 2 people I've ever met that are like I think the best leaders I've ever seen. Like, there's amazing leaders I've seen like all over, but like the 2 like best leaders I've ever seen are both like Dr. Shahal and the CEO of John Muir, Mike Thomas. They both are just so kind and humble, and like it really reflects on their leadership skills and like what a good leader is. So they're like amazing inspirations. And you too, by the way. Like, I would just say like the like top 2, but you're also you're also wait, now I sound mean.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now you're embarrassing me. Okay, well, thank you very much, Anya. I'm really excited.
I've never done a handshake. Maybe a high five's better.
Yeah, we'll do a high five. There we go. High five. Or we'll do going back to COVID. There we go.
I forgot people did that. I feel like I never did that.
Well, how old are you in COVID? I
was like
6 years
9
ago.
years. 11.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, anyway, COVID's over.
All right, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to DVC Alumni, where every story inspires the next, the podcast for the DVC Alumni Association. You can contact us at alumni@dvc.edu with any comments, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe to our podcast.